Okay, this is how I make my cake pops. This is my first time doing it, and I'm not using a recipe. I am just winging it. So this cake here is the butter pecan, and this is the strawberry. And I'm going to crumble them up separately, and I'm going to add the cream cheese frosting. I'll bring you back for that part. Just to keep the balls consistent, I'm going to try to maybe do that much at a time. And roll it up. Don't worry about getting it perfect. Once you've had them in the refrigerator for a little while, you can roll them again to smooth them out a little bit better. You can make different sizes. There's a smaller size, there's a bigger size. I'll probably mix it up and do a little bit of all of it. Now, I like to experiment with things. Sometimes I'll watch a video before I try it, but a lot of times I'll figure out what tastes good together in my brain, and then I'll just try to make it how I see it in my head as how it would be done, which makes it sometimes non-traditional, and that's okay. As long as it turns out good. My kids like it. My family likes it. I'm okay with different. Because I get tired of the same old anyway. This is what they look like rolled up. And I'm going to put them in the freezer for a little while. Probably about an hour or two until I get through making my other ones. And I'll put them in there too. I'm going to use the other half of the buttercream frosting for the mixture on this, that's probably 2 spoons. These are the stirrers, and I have cut them in half to make the sticks and cake pops. Okay, I'm going to show you how these have been in the fridge for about 2 hours, so they're good and cold. I'm going to shape them up a little bit better so they look more like balls and not little eggs. I wouldn't press too much or you'll press them apart. Now, from what I remember, the trick to getting the stick to stay in this is to not put one on there with a splinter going through it. Okay. This is my new can of the cream cheese. And all I'm going to do is take the end of my skewer or my popsicle stick and I just swirl it around a little bit and get a little bit. And I stick it inside here. And I put it back on the tray. And these will go back in the fridge for just a little while. I'll do a few so you can see, just to get the gist. And you stick it down in there. It creates like that little cap on the end there, and when it gets cold, that will keep your cake pop from sliding off, in theory. Mind you, this is the first time. I'm sure I've seen this either being done in a video or someone making cake pops. You don't have to use that much, that's extreme. Pop it in and it gathers up right there. You don't want your stick to go through. And we're going to do the same thing with the strawberry ones too. Ones that I don't have a stick for, I saved one skewer so I can use it to dip it each one, but I'll just let them dry on the wax paper in the fridge when I go to dip them. I have my chopped pecans and my little mallet. I'm gonna crush these up and I'll show you why in a minute. If you don't have a mallet or a hammer, you can also use a can, doesn't matter what kind. You can roll the can, you can hold it sideways and just kind of, you don't want to dent your can just to crush some nuts, so you take like a slow even pressure and kind of pound them out. You can use one end or the other, or you can just roll it across till they get to the desired level of chop you want. Or you can just put them in a blender, either way. Also got a little bit of powdered sugar. That's my powdered sugar. And I'm just going to use that to coat some of the cake pops in, just to try it and see how it does, because I think that would be really good with the butter pecan. A little bit of nuts on top too. Can I take my crushed pecans? And I'm gonna pour them. Hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna pour them on this little saucer here. Okay. I have my cream cheese frosting. Put it in a coffee cup and I melted it in the microwave. You can tell if it's running or not. And then I have my bowl with the powdered sugar. So let's try this. Gonna let it dry like that. Well, not dry. I guess you'd say harden. We're going to put them back in the fridge. There's a cute little snowball with the powder. Secret to keeping these on the stick. That little bit right there is kind of holding it. Probably should have let it get harder, but if you keep this good and melted, it makes it a lot easier to go on and just drip right on. The nuts kind of help it from sticking to the bottom. Okay, this is what the butter pecan ones look like. And I'm going to put them in the fridge, let them cool off. You can also crush up some peppermint candy sticks and sprinkle it around. That's really good too. Here's the strawberry ones. And I'm pretty much using the same thing. Like. I'm going to put them in the fridge to set all night. And yes, those without a stick in the middle, it doesn't matter about those So I will say these turned out delicious. Very